Alright, this is my one coin routine, so obviously we're going to need a coin. And so what I'm going to try to do is make it disappear. Ready? Gone. But it didn't just disappear, it jumped over here. And now this happens to me a lot. I can never really keep track of what hand it's in, and sometimes even if I put it away in my pocket, it just jumps right back out. Well, you know how fickle money can be. Sometimes as quickly as it comes, it's gone. And that's my one coin routine. To do that, you're going to need actually 2 coins. Real quick before I do the whole thing, I want to say that with one coin routines, you do have to be kind of careful because they tend to be a bit like of a show-off type routine, and you want to avoid that. You don't want it to be like you're trying to fool the audience. You want it to try to challenge yourself. And so that's why I routined it around I can't keep up with the coin. It kind of puts the onus on me, and it's a reflection of myself instead of saying, oh, look what I can do, and you can't keep up with what's going on, and that kind of thing. Like, for example, I'll use the David Roth example, the spider grip vanish, which is what I did at the end. A lot of people, when they do the spider grip vanish, they make it disappear, and then they're like, and look, it's not over here, like you thought, haha, you're wrong, blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't do that. The way he does it is, you do the spider grip vanish, and then you just do a gesture by opening your hand. And spectators are observant. You don't have to rub their nose in it. They know that they thought it was there and now it's gone. And it really makes the effect a lot better. So I guess what I'm trying to say is when you're doing one coin routines, try not to make it like, oh, look, the coin, you can't follow the coin. Try to make it like, a challenge to yourself or a reflection about yourself instead of a reflection about the audience. So those are my thoughts on that. The mechanics of the actual routine, you're going to start out with 2 coins in your classic palm in your right hand. You can have them either stepped like that. That's what I like to do because it makes it easier to release them one at a time, which you need to do. You can have them stacked perfectly on top of each other if you're able to release one at a time. I'm not when they're perfectly stacked for whatever reason. Well, that's a little better, but I don't have very good control when they're stacked, so I step them a little bit like that, and that gives you better control over when you're going to release them. Whatever you want to do, though. 2 coins classic palmed in your right hand. Start out by grabbing an invisible coin and then throwing it into your left hand. Now you've got 1 coin classic palmed, 1 coin on display. You're going to show your left hand empty other than the coin. You're going to do a move I call the coin transfer. I'm not really sure what the actual name for it is, but you take the coin and place it into your right hand, and while you're doing that, you're going to drop the coin out of your classic palm into finger palm of your left hand. And so what that allows you to do, if I can try not to drop the coins, is you can show only 1 coin being used the whole time, even though obviously there are 2 coins. And if you're good at the muscle pass, you can do it with a muscle pass as well. Instead of having to come under with your left hand and drop it and grab it, that can look a little bit awkward. I'll try to do this while I'm looking at the screen. You just do a muscle pass real quick under the disguise of your fingers blocking it like that. And that'll look a little bit more natural if you have good control of your muscle pass, like that. Well, I dropped it that time. But you get the point. You're going to do that coin transfer like this. That leaves a coin in your left finger palm like that. You're going to do the JW grip I taught earlier. JW vanish like that. You're going to do a push-up reveal in your left hand, which is where the coin's in your finger palm and you just push it up. You can use a pointing subtlety or Ramsey, whatever you want to do to make that be revealed. One thing you want to keep in mind is your right hand looks pretty awkward right now. So you want to have a lot of misdirection, tilt your body so that the focus is on this hand, be pointing, do a lot of movement over here. Because your right hand is in kind of an awkward position where you're just holding it here. You could drop it to your side, but you'd have to hold it like this because you don't want to reveal the coin. And that looks just as awkward, so I just hold it up in the air and use a lot of misdirection, be like, look, there it is. And then you can move the coin into your right hand and use the Ramsey subtlety to hide it. So after the JW grip, you're going to have this coin in your curl palm, or whatever you want to call that position right there. And so you're just going to do a French drop in your left hand and a push-up in your right hand at the same time. So the French drop and the push-up makes it look like it kind of jumped across. So now you're going to have a coin in your left finger palm and a coin displayed in your right hand. And again, you can use a Ramsey subtlety if you want to show that there's only 1 coin. The Ramsey subtlety being when it's in finger palm, you show your palm of your hand right there so that they think there's only 1 coin. Then you do the part with the pocket. You just put the coin cleanly away in your pocket. and do another finger, a push out reveal right there. And so that ditches the second coin. So now you're ending pretty clean. If you want to end clean right here and just be like, ta-da, you can. Or if you want to do a vanish of the last coin as well, you can do the spider grip vanish, which we talked about, which is just where you hold it in the French drop position. You're going to grab the coin and press it into your right classic palm while making them think you still have it here. So you're going to make it look a little bit ugly, like messy, like, oh, and don't drop this hand, hold it out in front of them so their focus is there. And so really 99% of the time they're going to think that you're doing some like cheap, crappy French drop, and they're going to think the coin's there. And then you can do a gesture or whatever you want to do. If you're with your buddies, you know, make them feel stupid, you can be like, look, it's not there. But in general, like I said, you don't want to do that. You just want to make a gesture. And that'll vanish the last coin, then you're holding out in your right palm. You can either ditch it however you want, or you can do a hand wash, and you start out one ahead for the next trick. You know, whatever you want to do. So just real quick, I'll run through the whole thing because I broke that up pretty badly. The reveal of the first coin, the hand transfer. You can do a toss to keep the retention of vision on this coin instead of this hand. You're gonna do the JW vanish, the push-up reveal, Ramsey subtlety, French drop and push-up, another Ramsey subtlety, put one coin away, another push-up revelation, and then here you can do the spider grip vanish if you want. So yeah, that's the one coin routine that I like to use. It's the one I came up with, but like I said, I don't usually use sleeves a lot. There are a few routines. I live in Florida, so you never ever wear long sleeves in Florida, so I have to try to avoid sleeping. But I do have a couple. If you're really interested, I can put on my jacket and try to show you. But that's the one coin routine that I generally go to. So let me know if you have any questions.